I bet you didn't know Africa's food future is being decided right now, in fields where the stakes are nothing less than survival. Picture this: golden maize stretching to the horizon in Kenya, cotton blooming under the Sudanese sun, and a continent caught in a storm of controversy. Should the continent embrace genetically modified organisms, or GMOs, or steer clear? Today, I'm diving deep into Africa's GMO journey, cutting through the myths and listening to the voices that truly matter. Let's rewind to the late 1990s. While GMOs were taking off globally, South Africa became the first on the continent to adopt them, quickly followed by Egypt and Sudan. Their hope? Hardier crops, fewer pests, and bigger harvests. I've heard from African scientists who believe GMOs could revolutionize food security and, crucially, reduce the need for pesticides. As the technology spread, African governments scrambled to catch up. Research labs buzzed to life. Nigeria set up its National Biotechnology Development Agency. Senegal passed strict biosafety laws. Across the continent, researchers trialed new maize, cassava, and sorghum, testing, tweaking, and sometimes dreaming big. Fast forward to today and the map is split. Out of 54 countries, only 11 have approved GMOs. South Africa, Kenya, Ghana, and Nigeria are leading the pack. But others, Algeria, Zimbabwe, Madagascar, have slammed on the brakes, worried about biodiversity and losing control over their seeds. And it's not just governments. Some farmers celebrate bumper harvests, while others grumble about rising seed prices. So, what's the upshot? Supporters point to real measurable gains: less pesticide spraying, more reliable yields, crops that can handle drought, resist pests, and in some cases even reduce the poisons that make maize dangerous to eat. Scientists I've met in Nigeria say GMOs could be a game changer for food security, especially as climate change bites. But the critics haven't gone quiet. They worry about dependency on multinational seed giants, the disappearance of Africa's priceless indigenous crops, and unknown long-term risks to the environment. One Ugandan activist told me, "We may lose our heritage crops, and who's really in charge of our food?" Organic farmers are especially wary. They've told me they fear cross-pollination and genetic contamination. With traditional crops and seed banks at stake, can Africa's diversity survive the GMO revolution? There's plenty of noise in this debate. Myths swirl, claims that GMOs cause cancer or that they'll turn us into mutants. But after decades of rigorous studies, there's no hard evidence of health risks in eating genetically modified foods. Still, power and access? Those are real concerns. At the grassroots, opinions are mixed. In town halls, markets, and rural villages, the debate is alive. Farmers want choices, not mandates. Consumers want safe, affordable food. This isn't just about crops, it's about culture, autonomy, and survival itself. The road ahead is challenging. Africa needs to innovate to feed its growing population and weather the climate crisis. But it must also protect its biodiversity, empower its smallholders, and find its own balance. GMOs aren't just a technology story. They're a story of hope, risk, power, and resilience. If Africa is to chart its own future, that path must be rooted in its soil, shaped by its people, and owned by its next generation. Speak up with your click, like, share, and subscribe. Africa's food future depends on it. #GMO in Africa, #Africa and GMOs, #food security, Africa, #GMO controversy, #seed sovereignty, #farming our future.